Hello and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. We have opened the clock tower door, and now listen to this tune. This track is one of my favorite tracks in any Legend of, is my favorite, well almost, yeah, I would say is my favorite from this game. It just kind of, the despair of the situation really is captured in the atmosphere of the sound. And the bells really add to the desperation with time running out and such. The OST version of the game doesn't have the bells, but I think they really make it better, so that's just my opinion. Anyway, we come up here and we have the Skull Kid tossing the ocarina, and then we have Tail and Tattle. So, Tattle begs the Skull Kid to give the mask back, and Skull Kid non-responsive. Tattle gives us a little piece of information here: Swamp Mountain, Ocean Canyon, the fork were there, bring them here. And then Skull Kid puts him in line. This Skull Kid is very different from the Skull Kid we see at the very beginning. I don't know what he was doing those 3 days, but something has really changed him. Anyway, even if they were to come now, we have no idea who that is now, but we will see later, as it looks like it is the Skull Kid who is commanding this moon to crash into the Earth, or Termina, or whatever planet this is. And now the moon is falling faster. So, now we are put into the center of this. We have a gigantic moon falling on us with no way to reverse this. We have 3 hearts. We have tons of magic. And we have 8 Deku Nuts. Alright. The Deku Nuts are worthless. The Skull Kid doesn't look like he wants to move to Termina. I don't know. Alright, so we have 4 minutes and 30 seconds to figure something out. What are you standing there? You've got to do something. Okay, well, he does have my ocarina. Got to get it out of his hand somehow. If only I had some sort of long-range projectile attack to do it. Let's hit him with a bubble. And in all his power, he gets hit, drops the ocarina, and epic zoom in. Alright, let's collect this ocarina of time. And suddenly memories come rushing back. Okay, so Zelda is sad that Link is leaving, even though she only met him maybe the day before. Like I said, this cutscene would, make a lot more sense if you'd actually played Ocarina of Time, but I don't expect anyone to be watching this who hasn't played Ocarina of Time, so let's just kind of drop that. Anyway, she gives me the Ocarina of Time, and what a good present. If something should happen to you, remember this song, because songs are magical. And she's teaching me... What is she teaching me? There's no title of the song. I wonder what it is. Let's find out. Does Link even know how to play the ocarina? Okay, I guess he does. What an appropriate song to learn. In a game that's based around the central idea that you have 3 days and only 3 days to do something, you learn the Song of Time. What on earth could this do for you? The Goddess of Time is protecting you. If you play the Song of Time, she'll aid you. That's not a hint. if I ever saw one. So anyway, Link comes to. Suddenly, Tattle hits him, and the situation kind of comes rushing back. How impressive that Tattle randomly brings up the goddess of time. Anyway, let's see what happens if we hit Skull Kid with another bubble. Alright, well it seems to bounce off him. And it won't do me any good. That mask is really corrupt. It's almost like it's controlling him. Anyway, we only have 3 minutes left. So let's whip out my Ocarina of... Wait a sec. So anyway, this is an Ocarina. Let's try playing the Song of Time anyway. On the bagpipes of time. Or not bagpipes, the horn of time. Okay. How interesting. Let's try this out. So, you play the Song of Time, you fall through a great chasm. I lost a whole ton of rupees and my remaining Deku nuts. And I wonder where this is going to take me. Well, I'm in the forest getting dragged along by Epona. Oh, that hurts. Then suddenly I meet the Skull Kid. I relive the nightmare of becoming my freaky self again. Hey, there's the Happy Mask Salesman. Then all of a sudden, it's the dawn of the first day. How convenient for me. So, what just happened? Everything has... The moon was giant, but now it's... I don't know. Let's have a look. Start it over. All the buildings are uncompleted again, and the moon is way up in the sky. I always thought it was an unbelievable coincidence the Happy Mask Salesman, when he had to leave town because he was a busy guy, happened to be the time when the moon fell. I always thought there was symbolism in there, and I probably discussed it a lot in the past, but I probably used to think the Happy Mask Salesman was the one in charge of the moon, not Majora's Mask. Anyway, I have my instrument back, so let's go get myself back to my normal self. Talk to him, and yeah, I was able to recover my precious item. And he's shaking you, and whoa, there's suddenly an organ right out of nowhere. The Happy Mask Salesman has amazing packing place. And it's not even a simple one, too, it's very complex. Anyway, he teaches you one of the prettiest songs in the game, in my opinion, and we'll be using this a few times throughout the game. So yes, this is the Song of Healing. And upon playing it, my internal soul is being ripped to shreds as the Deku soul is kinda moved away. Saying goodbye to the big one. Or the big Deku that consumed me. And he's turned into a mask. Whoa, whoa. Ooh. Okay. It heals evil magic and troubled spirits, turning them into masks. So, you got a problem? Who are you gonna call? We'll call the Happy Mask Salesman. Got like a poltergeist? Don't call it. Whatever. Turn him into a mask. You get the idea. So anyway, I have the Deku mask. I'll show you what the mask does when I leave this place. Okay. He has fulfilled my promise to me, so now I must give him that which I promised him. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. He kind of, tried to drop a moon on me. Okay, so something terrible will happen. However, it's really strange thinking. Anyway, I'm just gonna skip over this. You can read it. It scrolls automatically. Anyway, something that's really strange is that you leave the clock tower and the timer starts. When you go back in time, the timer starts again. So basically, I walked outside. It was the dawn of the first day. I had my ocarina. Then I went back inside clock tower and talked to the Happy Mask salesman again. So, to me, I've been through a whole day doing an adventure collecting my ocarina. But to him, I walked out the door and I walked directly back in. That's really creepy. He must know something that I don't. Anyway, no one really knows the true nature of the mask's power. It's mask using ancient hexing rituals. Anyway, he feels it. He went through great lengths to get it, and he could sense, an evilness from the mask. And now it's in the wrong hands. So he's begging me to get it back. Please, please, you must do it. Really? That's great. Okay. So, he's saying, surely I can do it. I must believe in my strengths. So anyway, I am Link now. I'm back to my original form, and with that, I can do so much more. It's amazing. I'm actually only going to do one thing, though, this time, because... Well, actually, I'm going to do a whole ton. But you'll have to wait and see in the next video, because I'm going to call it quits here. So, basically right now, I could leave Clocktown and start my quest, but I'm going to collect a few masks and a few heart pieces before that. This is my mask screen. You have 24 masks to collect. The last one can only be collected at the end. Transformation masks go here, but let's have a look at that. So basically, you put on the mask, creepy bloodshot eyes there, and suddenly I can turn into a Deku. And then when I'm tired, I just take the mask off, and I'm me again. And of course, I can skip that animation once I've done it for the first time. These owl statues are spread all throughout Termina in all the different areas. Right now, they're only used as an interrupt save. And so, I'm actually going to use that for that right now. So, check. Basically, warning, if you reopen the statue, you'll lose progress if you die. So, basically what the owl statue is saying is basically, if I come back to the file after saving an owl statue, and then I turn off the game, my data isn't saved because this doesn't perma-save your file. It just pauses it and then quits. And then when you come back, it starts up. The only real way to save this game is by playing the Song of Time, which is inconvenient, so I won't be doing it so much. And back at the title screen. So, I hope to see you next time on Let's Play Majora's Mask, Episode 4.